Hi guys, this is Adam from Catharsis. Today, together with my bandmates, we will reveal a lot of interesting things about our past, current human failures time, and of course plans for the future. Stay with us, it's time to start. Well, let's come back to the roots. We founded this band in 1992 together with Daniel Petryczkiewicz. After several months, Dariusz Skonieczny as a guitarist and Konrad Czerski as the drummer, they joined us. And in 1993, we recorded our first demo tape, Your Truth. Unfortunately, after recording session, Konrad left the band. But in the meantime, we have found the new drummer, Artur Panzapudło, and finally Dariusz Skonieczny has been replaced by Tomasz Śwież. Having such good lineup, we recorded our second demo tape, Bitter This Day, in 1995. For us, it was really great step ahead. We have gained a lot of positive opinions, comments, and generally the response, the feedback was really great. But because of many life reasons, we decided to stop the band in 1990, to stop playing in 1996. But of course, we were very close to the music, to the death metal, generally the extreme music. And in 2010, we decided to come back once again with Tomasz Śwież. In 2011, Kate joined us as our new female guitarist. I think she brought a lot of energy, great vibes, and of course different music inspirations. So we started to compose our first album, Rhyming Life and Death. It is really tough to find a permanent drummer, so we decided to record this album with a session drummer. It was Lukas Krzysiewicz, and in 2014 we published our first album, Rhyming Life and Death. And I'm really happy, so after many years we managed to do it. Unfortunately, in 2016, Tomasz decided to leave the band, and after a few months, Kajetan Pawlishin replaced Tomasz. In this lineup, we composed, we wrote the new songs, the new lyrics, and as usual, it was a big challenge with the new drummer. So finally we decided to do it with a session drummer, and this time all drum lines have been written, have been composed by Eugene Rybachenko, but because of different touring plans and it was totally impossible to enter the studio together. We decided to do it with with another drummer, and it is Dariusz Brzozowski from Dimmu Borgir, and we are very happy. We recorded Human Failures at Heinrich House Studio, and generally the atmosphere was really great. Philip Heinrich Hałucha as our producer, engineer, and generally, the mastermind is in the studio. He did a really great job, and on top of that, Darai recorded extremely great drum lines. So yes, it's really amazing. What else? On one of our songs, this song is called Made of Blood. Ross Dolan recorded his vocal. So this is mind-blowing situation, and we are really happy. So just in a few words, short introduction of Catharsis history to you. of catharsis? Generally this is ancient Greek term, and it means relief, purification caused by really strong and intensive emotion. It could be also, really moving experience. But what is interesting that it is not our first band name. We started as a cenotaph, but I discovered very quickly that there was a death metal band in Mexico using the same band name. So I came up, to the bandmates, and I said, "Come on, we have to change the name of our band." And the proposal was Catharsis. So finally, this is the meaning of the band name. No, this is our second album. I think this is much more advanced than the first one. Of course, our style is still around technical death metal music, but we added a lot of, darker atmosphere. This is much more heavier, much more faster album. This is almost, 60 minutes of brutal music. And, of course, in this time, having such great musicians like Darai or Ross Dolan, I think this is really great step ahead. We are really proud of it, and I hope you will enjoy as much as we enjoy it. Well, lyrics. This is my favorite topic. So starting from the first song on Human Failures, this is Through the Eyes of a Child, a desperate cry of a child, a message to the parents. Their relationship is falling apart. The second track, this is Slaves to Money and Greed. Generally, I think this title is very suggestive. So we want more and more, and at the end of the day, we are still not happy. The third one, this is Your Truth. All those who know our first period of our history, I hope you remember our demo tape Your Truth, and this is this song, but completely rearranged with extremely fast drum lines, perfectly recorded by Darai, so I hope you will be surprised. It is a manifesto of a young person who is not able to accept the current world. The fourth track, this is Made of Blood, and here there is a surprise. Ross Dolan as a second vocalist, screaming, growling together with me in the chorus, so it is really great. Generally, this song is about the darker side of success of Emirates. Generally, if you are in Dubai, you can see this outstanding architecture, really modern city, but this is built on sometimes very, very difficult, foundations regarding, all those workers who are underpaid, who are, treated in a very, very bad way. So very suggestive text, and I think very sad. The next song, this is Village of Witches. I've read about such villages. I don't remember where, but for me it was really great, and inspiring topic just to write this lyrics, and I think that in some small communities in Africa, especially elder women, from time to time they were accused of witchcraft, of magic, and the only way just to escape from this hell was to create such villages. I think this, if we are talking about introduction to this song, this is very oriental. I think quite, atmospheric. The next one, this is House of Fog and Sand, House of Sand and Fog. This is House of Sand and Fog. This is the longest song on this album. I think very complex. For me, this lyrics, if we are talking about this text, this is the most important one. This is about intolerance. This is about the rage against, the old ones, the rage against, the people who have a completely different point of views, completely different standpoints. And, this is 21st centuries, and we are still at that level, which is completely unacceptable for me. At the end of this song, we put a few verses taken from Joseph Conrad, and especially the end of this song is very, very atmospheric and full of sadness. And the last one, My Last Words. This is based on true story. One of my friends, she wanted to commit suicide. Finally, she didn't, but for me it was inspiration to write this song. And as you can see, on this album, we have a lot of different, topics, a lot of different inspirations regarding lyrics. For us, this is very important part of Catharsis, which is really, and strongly correlated with the name of the band. Okay, now I would like to pass the voice to Kate. I'm really sure that she will take you into extreme music journey. Enjoy it.
It's an actual oil painting done by a Polish artist Michał Powałka, and it's a part of a series so-called Weird Portraits. And it came to us in sort of an unusual way because, long story short, our second guitarist, Kajetan, was working with the Powałka brothers, Krzysztof and Michał, when they were working on the series of the paintings for Way of the Cross. And they needed someone to pose for them as Jesus. So, knowing how the guy looks, he was just the perfect person to do this. And they asked him and he said yes. So he posed for those series, Jesus on the cross or carrying a cross and stuff like that. And the paintings are, hanging somewhere out there in the church right now. And this is how the guys have met in the first place. And when we were spending some time in Warsaw after the recording sessions and, just one evening having a drink and listening to music together, one of the obvious topics then is like, what are we going to do with the album, album cover art and stuff. And we couldn't really put that in words, what we wanted to see on the cover. So we were discussing ideas, and suddenly out of the blue, Kajetan comes with his phone what do you think of this, guys? And he shows us a picture of a painting, which is now our cover. And we're like, wow, that's exactly what we had in mind. We couldn't put it in words. And so we took it. Michał said yes, he agreed for us to use it as a cover. And actually it was interesting because the feedback on the artwork itself was already great when we posted it online, even without any music. People were really interested in that particular artwork, and they asked us questions: who painted it, what's that, and stuff like that. So we had the impression that it also actually, it's a good piece of art. It's not a Photoshop, some sort of copy-paste image that everybody can have or everybody can do at home. It's a real piece of art, and that's something that's a great illustration to the music on the Human Failures album, and I think that it also represents, in a very good way, the content of the lyrics that's right there in the album. What kind of answer would you expect to this question? Of course, it was an amazing experience to work with Ross Dolan from Malaysia. He recorded choruses in one of the songs on the Human Failures album entitled Made of Blood. And, actually, the idea to ask him to do this came very early when we were still working on the songs in the rehearsing studio and writing the material. And I remember that when we were playing that song then, we kind of thought that there was something missing in the chorus, like it needed some extra brutality or some low sounding vocals. And Adam came with the idea, I can totally hear Ross Dolan screaming here. And we were like, well, yeah, we can hear it too, but it's not really likely to happen. But later on, when we had the song recorded in the studio, we decided to give it a shot. Let's just try. Let's ask him. And Ross did like the song, and he wanted us also to show him more of the material from this album. And he liked more than one song actually. He said some nice things about this. So he said he'd totally record the vocals for this one, and he did it very, very quickly in such a professional way. Everything was done straight away. And when we finally heard the song mixed and mastered with his vocals in the chorus, we thought, yeah, we were right. We were totally right. That's what this song needed. So yeah, it's just a completely amazing experience to have him on this album. And we were also hoping that maybe someday it's going to be possible to play that song live with him as a guest as well. We didn't have to cancel any shows because of the pandemic, and that's because we were recording the album back then, so touring or playing shows wasn't the plan anyway. We still had bass guitars and lead guitars to be recorded, and also we needed to have the album mixed and mastered, so it kind of took a while, and in the meantime we did different things, visual stuff for the album or layouts and all the arrangements that were necessary. So I don't think that it was a big problem for us then, but right now when you're putting out some new stuff, the first most natural thing you'd like to do is go and play it on stage. But let's take it slow for now, because we don't know how the pandemic situation is going to evolve. And nothing is certain for the moment that the shows are going to be back this fall or maybe beginning next year. So I think we'll just wait it out for one more month or two longer and see how the situation looks and have the album released, and then make some decisions whether we are going to plan any shows this year or wait until the beginning of the next one. The first and most important plan for the future would be the release of the Human Failures album, which is going to happen June 25th through Medline Records. The album is going to be released on CD then. And then I think that we'll consider the vinyl version to maybe also this year, maybe it's going to be fall or winter. As well, we're going to do some music videos. It's going to happen really soon regarding one of the songs I already picked. Another one is going to happen this fall. And by that time, we'll keep an eye on the situation with the concerts, whether it's possible to even to play gigs again, which we would of course would like to do. It's a natural thing when you have a new album. But you need to be realistic in these circumstances. Right now we're looking looking on the bright sides though, and this is that we're releasing an album we're really happy about. And we are very grateful to all the people that work with us in it and that we had a chance to work with them, to meet them, to learn from them, to learn from their experience, and also to develop ourselves as a band. I think that we are more a band than we've ever been before. We've spent really a lot of time and effort on this album, and I think that every one of us has put equal amount of heart and effort on creating and on doing many different things regarding the album release. So we all feel strong connection to what we put out right now, and we're very happy with that because we kind of managed to get out of the technical death metal comfort zone that Catharsis was a bit stuck in since the 90s. And the music now is much more diverse, it's heavier, it's darker, and I think that it's also a bit more digestible to an average fan of metal music, not only maniacs that like to listen to atheist and death until the day they die. Well, what else can I say, guys? Stay safe and stay healthy, and I'm hoping to see you guys somewhere out there, maybe during some live shows. And if not, enjoy the album. And if not, we're going to do what we do anyway. So be safe and listen to your favorite music until this pandemic madness is over. And I do hope that everything gets back to normal soon. That's what we wish for ourselves and for you guys. Stay safe.